Furiosa. Give me this promise.
Furiosa. Is this the same girl who stole the role alongside Max Rokitansky, or is this someone else wearing the iconic armor? While replacing the meaning of the word revenge with Anya Taylor-Joy, George Miller had opted for the best option for the role of Furiosa in his latest Mad Max prequel. When many actresses refused to play such a raw and masculine role, Anya jumped into the character with the slogan, "Play and slay." In this video, we will review how Anya Taylor-Joy shines as Furiosa. But wait, there's a catch. So before reviewing, hit the subscribe button and connect until the end of the video. After the great success of the Mad Max film series, the director, George Miller, decided to jump into an interesting experiment and create a new prequel of the series, Furiosa, the Mad Max saga, but with a twist. Well, Anya Taylor-Joy's Furiosa is truly not what you expect. The girl is, without any doubt, shattering the mold of traditional female leads and redefining the fierce warrior for a new generation. In a world where Barbie and Belle from Beauty and the Beast are the standard, Taylor-Joy is crushing this feminist approach in Hollywood with her electrifying performance. She fully embodied Furiosa, donning armor, shaving her head, and immersing herself in the character's psyche. She even went to extreme lengths to connect with Furiosa's trauma and fury, leaving fans and critics alike in awe. But there is a shocking twist. The movie didn't quite live up to the hype due to its monotonous and misguided storyline, leaving fans divided. This terrible response from the audience, who consider this prequel as traditional as other Mad Max series, made me feel bad for the Iron Lady, as her performance deserves a better plot. Apart from this, in this spin-off, we witnessed the uncontrolled rage of Furiosa's origin story as Anya Taylor-Joy took the reins and delivered a fresh, unwavering look at the iconic warrior's formative years. In short, we are talking about the Furiosa who is still battling her past trauma and learning to harness her rage by discovering her firm determination. The great Taylor-Joy masterfully captured every shade of Furiosa's evolution, from her delicate weaknesses to her growing strength. Furthermore, by diverging from Charlize Theron's iconic portrayal as Furiosa in Mad Max Fury Road and not deciding to copy it, Taylor-Joy chose a new path that's both a loving homage to the elderly Furiosa as well as actress and a bold, unapologetic reimagining. By being herself in the movie, Anya saved herself from public criticism, as she did not want anyone to point out and say, "Look at that copycat," or let anyone raise slogans like, "Act, don't copy."
I remember something like that.
In contrast, we also observe Furiosa on her dangerous journey from captive to the warrior as she confronted Dementis and his dark forces, precisely speaking the bike hoarders who shaped her and helped her emerge victorious. Anya Taylor-Joy's performance as Furiosa took us on a wild emotional ride. From her complicated past as one of Dementis' wives to her total boss mode in masculine armor. The scene in which she shaved her head and transformed herself into a man was worth having goosebumps. The actress seemed to cut her natural hair just to add realism to the story. However, no matter how epic she was, a movie cannot be a total blockbuster on just one actor's skills alone. The real question is, did the writers do justice to Furiosa's origin story and make it as engaging as the other plots in the movie? Well, they dove so deep into her dark childhood trauma in Greenland of many mothers that it started to feel like a therapy session instead of an action-packed thrill ride. They could have summed up all the traumas and childhood abductions in one or maybe two scenes. Nevertheless, from attacking the Greenland of many mothers to kidnapping Furiosa to be Dementis' wife so he can take over their land and then killing Furiosa's mother in front of her eyes created a monotonous and depressed environment, which was not liked much by the audience. Moreover, unlike the classic Mad Max films, which revolved around Max Rokitansky's high-octane adventures, filmmakers invested a great deal of time in explaining Furiosa's life and putting the spotlight on her own backstory. In my opinion, there was too much contemplation, not enough adrenaline. Taylor-Joy's performance, though, shines due to her interactions with other characters, including the antagonist Dementis, played by Chris Hemsworth. She captured the complexities of these relationships, showing Furiosa's cunning and her struggle with trust and betrayal.
Do you have it in you to make it epic?
However, the film is more character-driven than its predecessors. While earlier films, especially Fury Road, focus on relentless action, Furiosa emphasized character development and emotional depth, particularly through Taylor-Joy's portrayal of Furiosa's motivations and struggles. In addition, we dive into the dark and twisted world of Furiosa, where revenge, redemption, and the loss of innocence collide without hesitation. Anya Taylor-Joy brought this iconic warrior a new level of gravity, exposing the raw sentiments and moral struggles. This isn't just a story for rising adrenaline levels, but it's a gripping exploration of Furiosa's inner self, where the lines between right and wrong are constantly blurred, due to which many questions were raised on the filmmakers, who claimed that the script for Furiosa was written before Fury Road. Beyond the dust and destruction, a legend was born. You call her Furiosa, and I call her Anya Taylor-Joy, who brought this legendary character to life in a completely new way, and that too perfectly. Anya's interactions with other characters, especially Chris Hemsworth, who played Dementis, pure gold. This friendly communication between the two leads took the film to a certain hype. Taylor nailed the complexity of Furiosa's relationships, showing us a warrior struggling to trust and confront betrayal head-on. But this film is a total game changer. Unlike the non-stop action fest of Fury Road, Furiosa took a deeper dive into the characters' psyches and displayed the performance that anchored and held the shattered story together. You will be on the edge of your seat as Furiosa navigates the dark forces around her. What surprised me the most was how the creators mentioned the Greek gods in the film and connected them to the world of Greenland and the Wasteland. Despite all this, Furiosa, the latest installment in the Mad Max franchise, has fans and critics divided. While Fury Road blew our minds with its outstanding practical effects and less realistic CGI, Furiosa took a different route and relied heavily on CGI. Hence, the results were not quite refined, as the unrealistic approaches were clearly visible. Well, to state the facts, the CGI is no match for the practical effects that made Fury Road a masterpiece and Furiosa a flop film. Although it was a visually stunning film that felt distinctly different from its predecessors and had a totally diverted idea. Well, here's the thing. Some critics call it foul, claiming that the connection to Mad Max in this film was very little, and the real lead was given a lot of screen time. It could have been justified if Max's character had been given the same importance as Furiosa's character so the public could relate to its previous edition. Hence, let me raise a question in everyone's mind. Was Furiosa a misfire or a bold new direction? In contrast, the fans also praised the action-packed and emotionally charged Furiosa, a thrilling ride delivering on all fronts. Anya Taylor-Joy brings a fierce intensity to the main character, crafting a richly layered performance that's both captivating and heartbreaking. And let's remember Chris Hemsworth's scene-stealing turn as the enigmatic Dementis. His charisma is undeniable. But what sets Furiosa apart is its refreshingly straightforward revenge narrative. A welcoming breathing space from the overly complicated plots that often dominate the genre, with its non-stop action sequences and standout performances. Moreover, fans applauded when Anya acted so naturally that she became Furiosa. Her eyes, her actions, and her body language were all about taking revenge on Dementis. By the film's end, when Furiosa emerged as a hero, having fought for her freedom and the liberation of others. Charlize Theron, making Furiosa one of the most iconic figures in modern action cinema, celebrated her character for its powerful performance.
Furiosa! The darkest of angels.
Besides, the reviewer raised a good point about the timing and purpose of the Furiosa prequel. Releasing a prequel almost a decade after the original film may not be the most appropriate moment. Additionally, using the Mad Max banner to market the movie could be a strategic move to capitalize on the franchise's popularity. It's quite possible that the filmmakers wanted to leverage the recognition generated by Mad Max Fury Road to attract viewers who might not have been interested in a standalone Furiosa film. However, this approach also disappointed fans who were hoping for a more direct connection to Max Rokitansky's story. Overall, while Furiosa is a well-made action film with a strong female lead, it struggled with its distinctiveness within the larger franchise, leading to a sense of missed potential and, likely, an unenthusiastic reception at the box office. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to give your opinion in the comments section and subscribe to the channel for more interesting content.